There are so many fall fashion trends for 2025, and there's a lot that I love. There's a lot that I love on other people, but maybe not on myself. And there's some that I think can be avoided. I don't think we have to buy into every single trend. And although I do respect everybody's choices on whatever trends that they wear, these are gonna be the trends that I think either could make us look a little bit frumpy, I think will actually date really quickly, or I just plain don't like them. And I'll just share them with you. This is not criticism if anybody else loves some of these trends. This is just my personal opinions, and let's get started. By the way, I always forget to ask this, but if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to do it below if you're new here, or if you aren't new here, but you just never subscribed. That really helps me out a lot. And let's continue. I'm gonna start with a shoe, and it's the Birkenstock Naples Suede Clog. So clogs are a very big trend for fall 2025. I mentioned in my fall shoe trends video, and this particular style of shoe, it keeps selling out. I'll link it below. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. They're actually kind of cute. I guess they're probably really comfortable. I don't know, I haven't tried them. I'm not really a clog person, but I just kind of feel like this particular shoe, even though it is really popular right now and nothing wrong with anybody if they want to buy it and wear it and whatever, I just feel like this is one that as soon as it goes out of style, which, you know, maybe it'll be, maybe not next year, but maybe it'll be the next or something, it'll just look like a really dated shoe. Like it'll be like, oh, that was so big in 2025 and it just looks dated or something. I feel like a safer bet is just the actual Birkenstock clogs. Even though, you know, they're kind of a trending shoe, I just think they might stay around longer than that specific loaf. It's like a cross between a loafer and a clog and a slide or something. It just looks like a very trendy shoe. So in my opinion, I think that it might look dated really quickly when it's gone. It's one that I'm gonna avoid. And I just don't like clogs on myself. But what do I know? It's selling out everywhere, so maybe there's something about it that I'm missing. Let's talk about lace for a second, because lace is having a moment for fall 2025, and there's some lace items that I can get into. I think it's fun that the lace trim cami is coming back. I think some of the lace skirts, especially when they're paired with like a blazer, an oversized crew neck top or something like that, love that. I think that's beautiful. But the lace pieces that I think it's a no for me are the lace trim shorts and the asymmetrical lace trimmed skirts. I feel like these are very like trendy trends. I wouldn't even be surprised if they were looking out of style or just not a thing anymore, even next fall or even in the spring. I don't know. I just feel like this is a really kind of like a fad almost. Not only that, but I also feel like if I walked out in a pair of lace trim shorts and then they're being styled with like a blazer or something more fallish up top, I would look like I just came off of a Zoom meeting and forgot to put pants on. Tell me I'm wrong. I think that's what I would look like. So anyway, that one is a no for me. I do love a lot of the lace looks, but for those two items, it's gonna be a fall trend I will be avoiding. So you're probably aware at this point, or if you've watched some of my fall trend videos, that athleisure is a huge trend for fall 2025. And whether it's trending or not, I wear these Spanx Air Essentials pieces all the time, especially when I travel, because they are super breathable. Because when I travel, I often get cold and then hot and then cold and hot. These are perfect. So Spanx is our sponsor for this video, and you probably know them best by their shapewear, but I want to introduce you to some of their clothing pieces that I am in love with. Of course, starting with the Air Essentials. It's made from this super lightweight, silky soft fabric that feels like a cloud. Everything in the line is designed to be breathable and comfortable, but still polished enough that you can wear it out of the house and look put together. It's one of those collections where you don't have to sacrifice comfort for style. I also have some of their stretch twill pants, perfect for when you want something a little more elevated than jeans, but you want them to be just as comfortable. I was very excited to try their jeans. These are the everywhere jeans. They look polished and they look like real denim, but they actually feel really stretchy and they're easy to move in, and they are super comfortable. So again, these would actually be a really great pair of jeans to travel in. And of course, I have to mention the tank dress. This was a huge trend over the summertime, and it's still hot where I am. So it's still a big thing right now, but you can easily wear this with sandals, your flip-flops, sneakers. You could wear it playing pickleball. It's just a very good outdoor, trying to feel good and feel comfortable, but look cute kind of item. Now, if you want to give any of these pieces or anything at Spanx a try, I do have a discount code for first-time buyers, which I will put on the screen. I will also leave links to the items that I'm wearing in the description box below. This particular top comes in so many different colors, as well as neutrals. I love this. I wear it all the time. I have it in 3 colors now because I do wear these so much. Anyway, highly suggest checking them out if it's something something that interests you, and let's continue. Another lace item I will definitely be avoiding, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, and this might be one that I like on other people for the time being, but I will not be buying into this myself. And that is, drum roll please, it is the lace dusters, the lace cardigans. Those have come back. Those are a trend, and it definitely goes along with the whole boho trend that we're seeing. And there's a lot of boho styles that are really coming in hot. The designer Chloe kind of just really embodies this boho style. And there's a lot of boho styles that I love. I love the suede totes, love the suede totes. I can get into a little bit of fringe. I do like some of the boho vibe, but the lace dusters, the lace cardigans, like the maxi lace, whatever. I remember when those were trending last time, and as soon as those were not really a thing anymore, they just looked dated. And there's certain things that once they're not on trend anymore, they don't really look out of style. They just don't look like the hottest thing in the world, but you still wear them. They look great. You can style them. I just feel like that particular item, it'll be hot for right now, and I just think that whenever it stops being hot, it'll look dated. It'll look really dated, like very out of style, and people will be selling them like crazy on Poshmark. And I just don't like it. It doesn't go with my style. So two very strong reasons why I will not be participating in the lace duster cardigan guy. Here's an item that I'm not gonna say don't buy it, because I think there's some people that this would be really cool for, and just a really cool shoe. And I also really feel like this could be part of someone's personal style and just really be that cool shoe that just really works with your style. So maybe it doesn't belong in this video, but it is something that I'm not gonna be buying. I'm gonna be skipping this trend, and it's the derby shoe or the Oxford shoe. It's being called both the derby shoe and the Oxford shoe. So for me, I think because my feet are really big, when I wear shoes like that, it looks like I'm wearing a man's shoe. I also feel like it's just not my style. But whenever I see other people with them and they have them styled, I do think this is a cool shoe. So I actually think this is one also that when it's not trending and it's not like a super huge trend, I still think it will look like a cool shoe if it is part of your personal style. If it resonates with you, if it really goes with your style, this might be the thing that ties your whole outfit together, but it's just not mine. I know that it's one that I'll be skipping. However, I'll probably see some woman walking down the street with it, and I will probably stop her and tell her what a cool outfit she has, because it is a cool shoe. So not saying don't buy it. I'm just saying that that's one that I'm avoiding for me. This next one is a trend that I just don't like it. And I think it can start looking cheap, to be honest. So layering is a big trend every fall. One of the trends that's happening right now are I feel like they're very, maybe is it 90s, early 2000s, or 2010s, maybe it's early 2000s, the faux layered tops. So it's very much like how I used to wear my t-shirts in the 90s, where I would put a long sleeve and then a short sleeve over it and then go to school like that. That was great for then. But now there's some tops that are just, they're made like that. And I don't like it. I feel like it's way too casual of a top for me. I don't know where I'd wear that to. It's not gonna be part of a look because it would just be way too casual for anywhere I wanna go. So I'd wear it around my house, I guess, but then why am I gonna buy a top like that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense for my life. And so fashion and style, it needs to go with your lifestyle. What I do like in this category though, I do love the faux layered, like where it looks like there's a collared shirt over a sweater, but it's just one top, like that kind of faux layering. I can get into that. And there is some faux layered items, I'll of course put them up here, that I think are really cute, but I think it's the ones that look very kind of ratty, almost like old t-shirt thrown together kind of look. I don't really need to buy something to give me that look. I'm sure I could recreate that all by myself. Now we do have the Western and the boho trends happening right now. And within the Western category, chaps are being sold as just a pant to wear as a fashion statement. That's definitely one that I will not be into. I think that'd be really cute on somebody who's super fashiony and lives in New York City and is going to some fashiony event, or somebody who lives on a ranch, something like that. But I have no place for chaps in my life. So that's just one that it doesn't resonate at all with me right now. I do love the Western boots, and I like a little bit of fringe, as I said, not all fringe. Fringe could almost go on this list as well, because there's a lot of fringe things that I just can't get into, or I just think they look very impractical. But after I saw the Hunting Wives and there was an outfit this girl was wearing with a fringe maxi skirt. I looked up that skirt. It was way out of my price range, but I did find one on Amazon that was really cute and I bought it. I do kind of like that. For some reason, I liked that specific look, which is weird because last time fringe was really big. I did not like that. I don't know. I change. My taste change sometimes, but some of it's a no for me. The cropped leather jacket is a big trend right now. There's a lot of styles in outerwear that are very much trending right now, and it's not just the cropped, but the cropped is a jacket trend, and it's the cropped leather jacket. That is more on trend than the classic leather jacket right now. The more cropped versions, kind of boxy, I'll show you pictures, but that's another one that I think once it is out of style, I think it'll just look very dated. And I also don't think it'll last forever. Something about the cropped leather jacket, it does not seem like it's gonna stand any test of time whatsoever. Maybe it feels a little bit too juvenile for me too. I'm not sure about that. So even though my classic moto jacket isn't necessarily the hottest leather jacket trend right now, I still prefer it over the cropped ones. Ponchos are a big trend for fall. And this is one that I think could possibly make me look a little frumpy. It can make a lot of us look a little bit frumpy if we're not careful. So I'll show you pictures of these beautiful girls wearing ponchos, and they look gorgeous, and it can look very pretty, and especially if you get one that's in like a soft fabric and it drapes really nicely, and you know, it goes with your outfit, and some of them are cinched in at the waist a little bit. So I think they can look beautiful, but you just have to be careful. If you just get any old poncho, especially if it's in like a really thick, kind of heavier, doesn't really move kind of fabric, I just think that can actually make us look a little bit frumpy. So it's just one that I don't think necessarily it needs to be avoided altogether, but just be careful with, and maybe get the one that, you know, lays nicely, has a nice drape. Now, a trend kind of in this category that I do love are the cape jackets or cape coats. I actually like this style. I think even though this is a big trending style, I think this is one of those trends that even when it's not trending, it'll still look beautiful. A lot of times I feel like the trends that are a little more elegant and sophisticated, they tend to stand the test of time a little better than the ones that are very casual, super trendy, trend-driven, out there kind of styles. So like a cape coat, it looks very elegant, very sophisticated. I just think that could really easily become part of your staples in your, you know, fall and winter closet, or just something that's really a unique part of your personal style, as opposed to it going in and out of trend and then just being in one season and out the other. I talked in my fall shoe trends video how the sneakerina is a trend for this fall. And there's lots of hybrids going on in this category. I want to say the Puma Speedcat is probably the one that maybe is a little more mainstream of this. And I'll be honest, it kind of looks like a comfortable shoe. It really does. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna try it, because I might. But it is one that I think that once it's out of style, once it's not trending anymore, it might look like really out of style. Like it just might look very, very dated, because it is such a specific shoe. As opposed to the actual Puma Speedcat sneaker, even when this is not, you know, trending or not super on trend or whatever, it'll still just be a sneaker that I think will be fun to wear, and I don't think it'll really look out of style. So there's just certain trends I think just date harder and faster than others, and those are usually the ones that I want to stay away from unless I'm just like in love with it. If there's something that I'm just obsessed with, even though I know it's a very trendy trend, I might do it because I just personally really love it. But I really have to question myself. I want to ask myself, do I really love this thing, or is it just new and fun and different? You know, what is my reasoning for getting this? Does it really resonate with me, or am I just bored with my clothes? But those are some trends that I think we can kind of avoid, or at least not avoid all of them, but just really be careful about what's the purpose of buying this? Are they really the right thing for us? And are we gonna like it next season and then the next? So anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know which fall trends you are looking at that you're just like, no, it ain't for me. Because those are kind of fun to talk about as well. You know, we can all have different opinions on these. It's all fashion. It's very subjective. So I hope this video was fun. Make sure to check out Spanx below if you are interested in any of these items, which, you know, again, love the Air Essentials. It is like just some of my ride or die pieces. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.